It's been a long time, but this series has fell victim to the hiatus as well, which is nothing abnormal for this series. But we're back, and as always, Sam.
Yo, 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 yo!
It's been a while.
It has been a while.
It's
too wild.
yeah, it's been a bit since we dialed it back to 2004. But we're back.
I feel like every time we record, it's like it's been forever.
'Cause most of the time it has been.
Probably not do that anymore.
We can try. So this is with the fact that it has been a little bit since the last time we were together. We thought for not just you guys watching, but for us as well, we wanted to look through the feuds and see what was going on before look through the feuds and maybe take a peek at the champions before we jump into this week's episode or this next episode. Now, I do know some of these are Raw's feuds, but some of them are also Smackdowns, like Shinsuke Nakamura and Sean O'Haire, the Guerreros and the Outlaws.
Hey, you know what you should do? It might be a little bit time consuming, but you should go through each one and they'll put a RAW or SD in front of it. That way they organize by show.
That's actually what I was thinking about too. So let's do it this way and jump.
Like heat.
Hey,
Dude, you can just put heat.
Minoru Suzuki.
Hmm?
Minoru Suzuki was the guy on the loading screen.
Oh yeah, it was.
Oh, Wrestler's Court.
He
Yeah.
never even had velocity.
Wrestler's Court.
What did he do? He
Um,
was his time travel partner.
he was accused of being an hour late to pick up his assigned travel partner.
Assigned to his travel partner. Oh yeah.
Judge found him guilty.
Hey, who was his travel partner?
I don't know. Mentor protege.
Oh, Heyman has given Brock Lesnar a hand job in the back room. Okay.
Thank you for giving me a payday, Brock. Thank you for giving me a payday.
We're on Spike TV, mofos.
So,
We're doing TNA.
though Backlash is upcoming this weekend, it is only a Raw pay-per-view. And, you know, me and Sam talked about that before we started recording, but I just wanted to address it to you, the viewers, that means it's not like WWE currently, it's not like the Brand Split 2.0 where both shows have a pay-per-view a month. It's where one show has a pay-per-view in 1 month, and then next month the other show has a pay-per-view. Which in turn should help improve the ratings, because that means we should be doing better shows month to month, because we're not having the ability to have, you know, the world title on the line every month for a pay-per-view. So, yeah. But either way, the Guerreros, Christian, John Cena, Trish Stratus, Triple H, and the Dudley Boys, as well as Rey Mysterio and Kurt Angle, are our champions. And now, we're at Sam's favorite show.
Wait. Let's do what we did SmackDown last week first.
Oh yeah, I knew we forgot something.
What to go off of since it's been so freaking long.
Well, this is what happened on Velocity.
Did you put me on hold or did I put you on hold?
I don't know, can you hear me?
I can hear you now, but it said on hold for a second there.
Oh.
I think my girlfriend was calling me and then she realized it was after 12:30. I told her, hey, don't you fucking call me after 12:30, lady. She's like crying about it. I'm just kidding. But I think she realized it was 12:30 and I thought I was going to be on the line with you after 12:30.
Of course. So last week.
So wait, Velocity, you're right. Velocity doesn't see Velocity I got a voicemail now.
Well, it was probably your girlfriend.
No, it's probably somebody else.
Okay, so it wasn't your girlfriend that called you.
Let's see if I have a missed call. Oh yeah, it was a scam number. I'm getting that shit. I hate it. I hate it.
This is to all scammers. All scammers, don't call Sam after 12:30.
No, don't call me at all. Text me. I hate when people call. It's like, what are you doing? Like, they'll call me and be like, hey, don't blow my bro.
So the Undertaker returned last week and was confronted by Brock Lesnar. No, on SmackDown.
Oh.
Velocity, that's what happened.
Matt Hardy, wait.
We got the main feud with,
Oh, he's the Headbangers and the Mamalu.
we got the main feud with the FBI against the Headbangers and Shannon Moore.
And Shinsuke Nakamura. Okay, that's fine.
And then we had the feud begin, I guess you could say, with Angle and Jericho as,
You put Jericho and Matt Hardy in the main event?
Hey, it was a decent match. I mean, an 80's not bad.
That's true.
The Outlaws Guerreros feud continued. The best of...
Didn't Road Dogg have drugs?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
The best of 5 or best of 7 with Benoit and Edge continued. Tajiri and Rey Mysterio continued. And Disco Inferno's Open Challenge.
Alright. What did Disco beat? Johnny Webb?
Yeah. Because we had him as a local talent from Velocity, so we just used him for the Open Challenge. So now the question is, for Velocity, do you want to run the 6-man tag with the FBI Headbangers and Shannon Moore, or do you want to save that a week?
Yeah, that's good. We could do that.
Johnny, Nunzio, and Chuck, Headbanger, and Shannon Moore.
And in a way, Shannon Moore's kind of a headbanger too.
Oh yeah. I mean, this is, number one, going to be the center point of the show, and number two, a basic reason why we have a B show. It's because these guys wouldn't have this type of thing on the A show.
Yeah, that's one thing about, like, Nitro and stuff. It's like, the WWE lives. It's just Nitro, so if I don't have enough, if I have too many people, then they just fit.
Exactly. Yep. So, what we could do is Tony Mama, because they still have the numbers advantage with Tony Mamaluke.
Remember when Shannon Moore came back to WWE as the reject?
Vaguely, yeah.
That was stupid.
Yeah, and then he stayed the reject for, what, like...
It was after his first run in TNA.
He didn't stay the reject that long, right? Or no.
He did.
Or no, he didn't...
He was in the new ECW.
He didn't stay a heel that long, and then he turned babyface again.
Was that when he became the MFer, or was that...
No, that was way after. Because he was the MFer, and then he left for TNA, and then he came back.
Okay, then he came back as a reject. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I really like when he did the MFer gimmick.
And G, head of the 6-man tag main event tonight.
You know what's funny? When I met Charles Robinson, highlighted his little Nate stuff. I told him I really enjoyed your storyline when you did little Nate. And he goes, wow, I'm honored that you remember that. Because it was a long ass time ago. You probably don't even know because you're young.
I mean, I don't think I saw it when it was actually happening, but I know about it. Yeah.
I saw when it was actually happening.
That just means you're older than me.
Oh, yeah. That was good stuff.
Of the 6-man tag main event.
Beachstone Headbanger Reject. Mosh, Thrasher, and Reject, the Headbangers.
The only other thing, I forget what the reason was, but I feel like there was a reason why we were trying to slowly end the feud with Shannon Moore and Shinsuke Nakamura, other than the fact that it was a feud between Shinsuke Nakamura and Shannon Moore.
What the hell is he calling me on Skype? How's he calling me on Skype? I just logged on for the fucking first time. 202 area code. What the fuck is 202? Why is he calling me on Skype? Okay, reject the call.
And for anybody who may be new to the series, the reason why we're not really talking about what matches...
Nobody cares about Heat.
Exactly, nobody cares about Heat, and nobody cares about it to the point of where he called it Heat, even though it's Velocity.
I just got a phone call from Washington, D.C.
Good for you. Maybe it was the president.
Well, I reject the call, so...
Well, and now if you see a news story about the president getting mad at somebody for rejecting his call, you'll know why.
Well, I'm gonna go check his Twitter if he tweeted at me. It was on Skype, though, which is weird, because I don't use my Skype anymore because I haven't done a podcast in a couple of years, 2 years. And so the only time I ever use Skype is when I'm talking to you. And so since we've been doing this on a hiatus for a good month and a half, I haven't even had Skype installed on my phone. And now that I'm fucking on Skype, I have all these crazy stuff. I was in these chat groups that I never fucking saw. This person left the group, this person left the group. I'm never saw that before. Anyway, that's the Skype rant.
You digress.
I digress.
Oh yeah, I think these guys were gonna fight each other this week too. Lundvik and the Impact Players.
Oh, okay, that works for me. I wonder, wait, what did you do? Steve Corino versus Brody Lee? Is that what I saw?
I would hope not, because I didn't even book the match.
I just saw you when the president called me. It was Steve Corino versus Brody Lee, wasn't it?
Oh no!
That's why I last paid attention. Okay, we'll book this match and then I'll look at the screen or this egg or whatever. Okay, where is Brody Lee?
No, I was gonna book him, but then I changed my mind.
Oh, okay. Book him.
Okay.
What is he just a dude, just a jobber on a roster? Is that what he is right now?
Sort of.
That's fine. I mean, I'm not tripping off of it. But he's an opener heel. Oh yeah, that's right. What are they called? Do they have a name?
Really? Yes. Oh, Big and Tasty.
Oh, we gotta change that. We'll make him small and bland.
Yeah, that's the name of their team, Big and Tasty.
Yeah, I'm down to see them go against Simon and CW. Just a fucking throwaway match. Oh wait, there's hella more heel tag teams.
What?
No, it's fine. Don't even pick a winner. Just let the game decide. I do that a lot for matches. I just let the game decide.
Yeah, it's fun letting the game decide. You're surprised then. That's why you're surprised when...
Let's do that with our main event.
Matt Morgan hasn't been seen on the show since February, because he got suspended.
Because he's in speech therapy class.
That could be the reason why he got suspended, because he needed to go to speech therapy.
We found out why Matt Morgan was stuttering so much. Why? Because he's on drugs.
No, I think it was some... I think he attacked someone or something.
Matt Morgan is such a big 7-foot-tall baby that he blocked me on Twitter.
You know, Ryback's a prick, and he blocked me on Twitter, too.
Who?
Ryback.
Well, Ryback is cooler than Matt Morgan.
One of the Young Bucks did, too. Not the other... Not the other one, though. Yeah, just one.
Remember in 2010 when Matt Morgan was going for the TNA title and stuff?
Yeah.
I tweeted out, Matt Morgan couldn't be world champion if he bought the company.
I wonder why he blocked you.
Because want to hear the truth?
Matt Morgan, if you're listening, it didn't take that long for, well, many ways for him to
He won the world title.
He didn't.
Exactly. Oh!
I mean, I'll just point out the fact that I just recorded with somebody, and it took them an hour and 10 minutes to make a negative comment.
What do you mean?
Well, it took them an hour to bash someone.
Oh.
Which is uncharacter. Yeah, it's which is uncharacter.
23 minutes.
Exactly. It took you 23 minutes.
I call velocity heat. I guess that's a negative comment.
I mean, exactly. It took you 23 minutes. It took It took the other person an hour.
Well, there's difference. I'm not trying to. I don't care about wrestling others in the wrestling business.
Well, argumentatively, it took him an hour the first time, but the second time we got together, it took him about 20 minutes.
Also, just in case Matt Morgan is listening, because he doesn't really have much else to do, allegedly. Yeah, I listened to this Wrestling Inc. podcast because I do enjoy Matt Morgan's insight as a wrestler. So there.
Wow, you're actually complimenting him. I don't think...
I enjoy Matt Morgan so much that when he's not on the show, I just skip it.
Sure, that's why you skip it.
I went to see, when I went to TNA, well, this was before 2010, because when I went to a TNA pay-per-view in 2009, my friend and I were standing in line outside of the venue, and Matt Morgan came out to shake people's hands, and he was walking right towards me, and I told my friend, I said, when Matt Morgan gets over here, I'm going to step right in his path, and I'm going to look at him and say, don't be a bitch, I'm blocking on Twitter. And I'll tell you what, he is a lot bigger in real life than he looks on TV. And I didn't do it.
That's not surprising.
He's a big motherfucker, man.
That's not surprising. I wouldn't have been able to do it either.
Except I didn't like when he said, how did you know you have TNA? Like, come on, bro. Come on. Really? How did Brody Lee do? Where is he? 25. He was the weakest one. Oh no, his partner did 24.
Yeah.
This is fucker in development.
Hey, Bradshaw's back. Yeah.
Not bad.
Eh.
They have an interesting message for Impact players.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, really? Really?
Well, that's why
Martin and Kendrick have no charisma, and they got a 48. I hate
Kid Cash.
44. 47 for Miller.
Ernest Miller actually won.
What else did you say? Shinsuke Nakamura. Let's get that one promo that Jinder did where he called Shinsuke a constipated Pokemon, and then we'll just insert it here. Did Pokemon exist in 2004?
I don't know. It might have been in between the popularity of the concept.
I don't know. I didn't really know anything about Pokemon until Pokemon Go came out because that was fun. And then I got tired of it. This is our main event.
Yeah.
I'm glad this is a B show.
It's the B show. Yeah, of course it's bad.
I think we should release all these people. Hey, who wrestled on Heat last night? Okay, you're all released. I think. Yay, this whole shit 20 Mama under the bus.
Well, if he threw him under the bus, that's a good way to get him released.
Alright, now we mean business. Now something's gonna be happening.
Yeah, now we have 3 weeks to build to Judgment Day.
Did Donald Trump leave me a voicemail? I don't think I can have Skype voicemail. How did he even call me? I thought my Skype subscription wasn't being paid for anymore.
I'm gonna call you, motherfucker!
I don't know how I did that. Did you watch that show on the network?
I mean, I watch snippets of his show. You know.
I just can't sit in front of my TV. I mean, I listen to podcasts like all the time. I'm a podcast junkie, but I can't sit in front of my TV and watch a podcast.
Yeah.
I've watched almost all of the first episode, but it's like I'm gonna stay forever till I get through even. Because now there's probably 3 episodes up and now, and I haven't finished the first one yet.
Good way to start the show.
Yeah.
With the number 1 contender and the world champion. Thinking about what do you think we should have the announcers talk about Brock and Taker's history, or do you think we should have a video package about Taker and Brock's history?
Oh, video package.
Because I think booking it where, you know, like, I think with this feud we need to book it, like, where it's different than the other feuds. With, like, especially with both guys not, like, being there every week to make it, like, different than all the others. Speaking of that, match history. Really? It's only 1-1? I thought we had it. I thought it was more than that. I think.
Was the pay-per-view in 3 weeks?
Yeah, May week 3.
And what are we in now?
April week 4.
April 4, May 1, May 2, May 3. So including this show, we have 4 more shows to get them to the finals, right?
Now, do you want to do a best of 7, or would you prefer a best of 5?
Well, will we get penalized? No, right? Because you turned it off?
Yeah. The only thing is, I don't know if we can fit a bit.
That might be easier because
Yeah,
the baby is 3 weeks away.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, then I'll go with what I was going to go with. This way we can turn Edge heel. And their match doesn't happen. Or maybe their match does. What do you think? Do you think we should just go with the attack and save the next match for next week? Or do you think we should do the attack and have the match happen?
Let's do the match for next week.
Okay. So now we get to the next match. First match, rather.
So we have 2 more matches in 3 weeks, right?
Yeah, we have, thus far we only have the Cruiserweight title match set for the pay-per-view.
I meant Edge and Benoit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Actually, it might pay to go back and book the tag team match we talked about on Velocity. Now, I know we also talked about not running the Outlaws versus the Guerreros at the pay-per-view and running it ahead of the pay-per-view because of what happened last week with Road Dogg. When would you want to run it? Would you want to run it tonight or would you want to run it next week?
Let's wait on that.
Okay.
We can do so wait, where are we in the storyline with that?
Well, I think we were building. Let's look. Yeah, we were building him up. We announced the signing of the Outlaws, and then we were building him up, having him face other tag teams, and calling out the Guerreros, and then finally Guerreros took notice of him.
Oh, and Road Dogg got a dirty drug test. Is that what happened?
Yeah, last week.
All right, you want to do Eddie Guerrero versus Billy Gunn match or something?
Yeah, we could do that. Because worst comes to worst, whoever wins this feud with these two guys could get a tag team title shot at Judgment Day, replacing the Outlaws.
Yeah, but I don't expect the Outlaws to last very long. I don't expect the Outlaws to have more than one match. Because if Road Dogg has to go to rehab...
No, but that's what I'm saying. So we can still have a tag team title match at the pay-per-view.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So we can have one of these guys fight the Guerreros at the pay-per-view.
Okay, yeah, that was good fight. I thought you meant have... I don't know. Never mind. I don't know.
So... I'm thinking the Impact players get the win. To open up the heels.
The Guerreros are the heels?
No, the Guerreros are the baby faces.
Yeah, we have to have the heels go to the match. And plus, I think the Guerreros and the Impact players will be a really good match.
Yeah, and also my idea would be that then we could possibly move London and Kendrick to the FBI if we want, to keep
a bunch of tag teams in the World Tag Team. We can make a tag team championship storyline and put 4 or 5 tag teams in there, and then kind of intermingle the storylines, and then it all further the storyline.
Well, yeah, and also I'm just thinking looking at their rating that they got on the show earlier, it just feels like they have solid numbers for the B show. So they're good. They're good. They're good. Do you want to blow this off tonight, or do you want to have Nakamura talk one more time and then blow it off next week?
Let's have Nakamura talk one more time and give him a job match, maybe, and then blow it off next week.
All right. Because I don't think it's gonna make it. I don't think it should make it to the pay-per-view either. I don't. Not there.
I kind of don't want to blow off Nakamura and the Outlaw storyline on the same night. So let's try to stagger those. So we still have a few more weeks. Still have a couple more weeks.
Yeah.
So let's try to stagger the Outlaw thing and the Nakamura thing.
I mean, the only other idea would be that you want to with Raw's big show, you have two big Smackdowns, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, that's true. Next week could be the big Smackdown.
Yeah. How about Jamie Noble against Nakamura?
Yeah, or somebody developmental even.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because we got to bring somebody up anyway for Disco.
How about Aries for Nakamura? Although I did not like their match in NXT.
That works. And did you want to bring somebody else for Disco?
What do we get for Disco? Oh, Johnny Jeter. I don't think we brought him up. Only 19?
I guess.
Oh, maybe we should. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, Nakamura versus Austin Aries, and then Nakamura put up promo at the end.
The Disco Inferno Open Challenge. Disco, Johnny Jeter.
And then let's run this until the pay-per-view, and the pay-per-view will be his big match. We said it before, but I won't say it again because you didn't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah, we gotta keep something secret.
Yeah. Well, it's not a secret because I've said it, so as long as people pay attention, they'll know.
Kidman is looking to Ray for help with his unfinished business for help to settle his unfinished business with Cloud9.
Hey, do we have Hoovy at this point, or is he already gone?
I think. Well, I don't think we got him.
No, because I know the Mexico were like in 2003, I think.
No, that was like 2005, 2006.
Oh, okay, so it
Give or
hasn't
take.
happened yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah, you're right, it was like 2005. So.
How would you feel about this? 3-on-2 handicap
I'm
match?
for that. I like that.
I kind of want to let Cowdai win.
Yeah, I mean, they're not going to win the pay-per-view, so you might as well.
I'll let the biggest guy win. Oh, good job, Ray. You let us do what we wanted.
Hey, Lisa Nakamura.
Right.
Come on, I knew there was something.
How about trying... We don't even have to make it a feud, but how about trying to set up Rhino and Cena for the pay-per-view? Nothing at this point.
He's the U.S. champ?
Yeah. He just wrapped up with the Big Show, that's why. We had him with the Big Show, but...
WrestleMania.
Yeah. But they just finished up their feud.
We'll take Rhino to the pay-per-view, play against Cena, but then after the pay-per-view, we really have to sit down and find Cena an opponent. Like a feud.
Cena is out.
You know what, I kind of...
But
I kind of feel like we're wasting our time with Shinsuke Nakamura. Because he's only going to be picked for appearance. He's never going to sign on full time.
I mean, we could always make Sean O'Haire win.
Yeah, but
I know you're not a fan of Sean O'Haire.
I don't want Sean O'Haire to win.
In broken.
You don't have the Sean O'Haire wins, right?
What?
Sean O'Haire is going to win something. Nobody wants that. I like Nakamura, it's just he's not our guy, he's New Japan's guy. If he won't sign to us, you know, I just realized.
What?
You know Baron Corbin?
Yeah.
Baron Corbin is like a poor man Sean O'Haire.
You know what? It's funny that the negative comment that the person I recorded with recently said was about Baron Corbin.
Oh yeah, what was it about him being bald?
No, bland, untalented.
Yeah, I hate Baron Corbin. I think this person and I will get along very well.
I think so too.
If Baron Corbin, you suck.
And I think this is a match you would see on Nitro.
That would be very interesting.
Should I let the computer pick?
Yeah, I say so. I think they'll pick Saturn.
I think so too.
And I wouldn't be sad if Ultimate Dragon won that match. Because technically, we brought Saturn back just as to like be a good hand.
Oh yeah, because he did good in his feud with
Like an upper mid-carder.
I mean, in his match with Tommy Dreamer.
Right? Saturn is an upper mid-carder?
Yep. Yep, you saw that right. Guerreros, Till, Outlaws, you have our attention. Accept your challenge. Do you want to run them?
We don't really have a good main event, though.
Do you want to run the match you mentioned, Eddie and Billy Gunn?
No, I think we should just leave it like that.
Okay.
Let's put Billy in a match anyway.
That works.
He's the upper mid card face. What a main event heel. Well, we get the Big Show some heat back. Well, did they recently fight? Wait, go to match history for a second.
I think they did. March They fought a month ago.
Oh, that's not that bad, I guess. Oh, whatever. We can do somebody else. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, let the computer decide too. That one.
Yes.
Oh, you know what? Put Eddie Guerrero or Chavo interferes.
How about putting him on a...
Better yet, put Eddie on commentary.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then put the promo afterwards. Or even before. Even before is actually better. Never mind.
I do agree with you, though. I think we're going to have to struggle for a main event.
Yeah, see, it can't be Jericho, because Jericho main evented last week. But go to main eventers and just to see who we have available.
I mean, it could be Angle.
Yeah, but he's a champ.
Yeah, but it's not 1980. It's not 1983. It's 2004. We could have the champ.
Oh, Brock and Taker, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a Big Show. What's Edge doing?
Benoit.
Oh yeah, Edge and Benoit.
Because I was just thinking we could put Angle.
Edge and Benoit the main event?
No, remember we did the thing earlier?
Oh yeah, that's right.
I was just thinking we could do something like this, since we haven't used Cade and Jindrak in a while. So we could do something like this in the main event.
Are you put the title on the line?
Do you want me to put the title on the line?
I don't believe in non-title matches. That's my problem. Is I don't believe in, if you're a champion, you should defend it every time you're in that ring. But then again, it'll hurt the prestige of that title.
It probably will.
So yeah, let's make it non-title. Okay.
And then... Oh, so...
Oh, then Jericho attacks him.
Let's go with Shinya Hashimoto.
And then put Chris here in a dark match too, just to get an offset too.
That works.
Even if he loses.
Well, none of the jobbers need to work, so let's go up a level. I thought we booked Jamie Noble. Oh no, I remember. Yeah, we didn't because we chose to do it that way. We chose to get somebody from developmental. They both may be heels, but it's a pre-show match, so who cares?
Oh, you know what? Actually, since they're both heels, can you change it to Funaki? Because I was thinking Funaki, and then you're like, Jamie Noble, like, yeah, it doesn't really make a difference. But then if they're both heels, Funaki's in. Yeah, because why am I excited about that?
Edge, Paul, Benoit, Heyman informs Edge that he will still be fighting Benoit next week in match 3? Yeah, match 3.
Yeah, because they don't have to.
And then let's push this match a little up. What do you think of Smackdown?
I think it's an award winner. I yawn. What do you think of Smackdown? And I yawn.
Good to run the show?
Yeah, I think so. You have everything you need?
I think
we
so.
can probably put Brock in a match. We'll save it for next week. Next week's a big show.
Well,
We'll put Brock in a match next week. I think that'll be fun.
Bryan Danielson.
Well, what did Danielson do?
Good enough.
47?
Good enough to possibly get on the main show soon.
Yeah, but I think he'll debut at the next Smackdown pay-per-view. Catch my drift.
Jindrak with a 60. Shinya
I'm not looking
Hashimoto.
right now, so tell me what hero did if I don't see it.
Good enough to be still on the pre-show.
Wait, didn't Claudio versus Daniel Bryan, right?
Yep.
For Bryan Danielson? And Claudio didn't do so well, right? Claudio got like 25 or something?
Yep. Yep. But that's why they're on the pre-show. Yeah.
That's the first show, yeah.
95.
5?
Yeah. Angle and Jericho kick off the show with a hot angle.
Jericho comes out and he says, I want a title shot. And Kurt goes like, no. And then Jericho's like, come on. And Kurt's like, no. And Jericho's like, come on. And then Kurt's like, okay.
What a great angle. A plus. The Impact players now also move a step closer to challenging for the tag titles with the victory, a tainted victory, might I add, over Lundrick. Because
47 and 61.
Because heels should get tainted wins.
I wouldn't mind seeing Lance Storm versus Eddie Guerrero 1-on-1.
Yeah, that should be that'd probably be a good match. Now we have Edge turned heel, which hopefully will get the feud a little bit better. Instead of having face versus face, it's heel versus heel. I mean heel versus face.
Yeah, it'll make the pay-per-view match more interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna turn Edge heel after the last match before the pay-per-view. That's fine.
Disco. Johnny Jeter does belong still in developmental, even though he's only 19. What did he get? 22. Which is also probably the reason why he got as good as he did.
Well, I mean, still though, that's 23 is pretty good for a double 19-year-old.
Yeah, you're probably right. Decent segment.
People love developmental. They got like an 8.
A decent yeah, that's true. It's not as bad as we've gotten from people in developmental. Yeah. Decent segment from Kidman and Mysterio, especially knowing how charismatic Kidman is.
Plus, isn't their in-ring performance based on popularity anyway?
I think I think it might be. I'm not sure.
I think in WWE it is.
Yeah, usually it is. Yeah.
Rey Mysterio got
I think this is. I don't remember the last time that those three won a match. In particular, Akio and Sakota.
I can believe it.
Akio did actually pretty decent. 48 isn't terrible.
28 or 48?
48.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's buildable.
Isn't that Jimmy Wayne?
Yeah.
Well, we can always make him a cowboy.
Shinsuke Nakamura. Austin Aries, the worst so far from developmental guys that came up. Even worse than Johnny Jeter.
Jesus. 57. Austin Aries got a 19. See, Johnny Jeter did better than Austin Aries.
Not horrible. I mean, he improvised well, so that means he's getting better.
Oh, I wonder if it was.
I mean, who the hell knew that?
I just switched headphones and I hear you better now.
Oh, that might have been it, yeah. I mean, who would have known that Nakamura could even speak English?
I thought he couldn't. I thought he said, sorry, don't speak English. 88.
The feud kicked off between Cena and Rhino. That, the one that's...
Let's book Rhino in a match next week and then we'll have John Cena come on and promo on him.
Saturn beat Dragon.
Saturn beats Ultimate Dragon.
Eddie and Chavo. Billy Gunn beat the returning Matt Morgan because...
Oh, Billy Gunn got a 60-30.
Because we're not Jim Cornette and we don't like Matt Morgan.
I don't like Matt Morgan.
Motherfucker! Matt Morgan is the best!
If you're listening, does Jim Cornette love Matt Morgan?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
He loves Matt Morgan and the Basham and one of the Bashams.
Oh, probably Doug Basham.
I think so. I think that Danny Davis, his nephew. Whoever.
Yeah. Because Doug Basham was like, they built OVW around him. He was called something else though. He was called
The Machine.
Yeah, the Wrestling Machine or the Machine or something.
Yeah.
Am I thinking of Eugene's McDougal?
No. They built OVW around him, yeah. They built OVW around Doug Basham, yeah.
Okay. Anyway. 82's not bad.
Surprise. I mean, am I disappointed we didn't put the belt on the line because this actually wouldn't have hurt the belt? No, because we had all the evidence of it's gonna hurt the belt. Because it's Garrison Cade. But...
Wait, who's his partner?
Jindrak.
Oh, you thought, Lance Cade or anything?
Well, I mean, this was...
related to Lance Cade?
Yeah, this was Lance Cade. Garrison Cade is Lance Cade.
He's dead, though.
Yeah. But...
He's dead.
But either way... But either way, I mean, this odd show, because, Kings of Wrestling split up into singles matches, Jindrak and Cade split up into singles matches, we had a 3...
came back in a big way.
We had a 3-on-2 handicap match. I think...
Saturn had a big win.
I think that's the first one we actually did. But...
Oh, you know what I just thought of?
What?
Let's put it a feud between Perry Saturn and Matt Morgan.
One problem, they're both heels.
Oh, they are.
The other problem is, I know you'll just do it to bury Matt Morgan.
No, I would love to continue to say.
The other thing is that we need to discuss what the winner of Edge and Benoit get in the Best of 5 series, because we may have indirectly found exactly what we were looking for as far as a person to challenge John Cena.
Oh, U.S. title match? Yeah, that's fun, kid.
Or we could go world title match, but it also depends on how long we want the feud with Angle and Jericho to
go. No, I want Angle and Jericho to drag out. I want that to be long. So yeah, Angle, Benoit Edge, the winner, becomes the contender for the U.S. title.
That works. So now we have something for Cena to do after Judgment Day.
And that would be a good opponent for Cena.
Oh yeah, I think it would be a great feud. I think it would be a very good feud because both guys are capable to have a good match with Cena.
Where's Lita right now?
I think she might be injured. If she's not injured, then she's not in the company?
She's with Ed Rios. We need to put her with Ed.
But I think she is. I just don't know where. Well, with that being said, we're going to leave it on a cliffhanger. Let us know down in the comment section below what you thought of the show. If you liked it, let us know what you liked. If you have any ideas for talent like a Perry Saturn, Disco Inferno, if you think we should keep investing in Shinsuke Nakamura, let us know down in the comment section below. But if you don't want to leave a comment, you can always leave a like. Subscribe to the channel for more content just like this that you can only find right here at Wrestling Express. And before you go, don't forget to ding dong that notification bell to always know when a new video is up on the channel.
Peace out.